God bless, God bless. I pray that you all are well today. I'm Jamar Grimsley, and this is Get Right with God, you guys. And I know the reason you clicked on the video is because you saw the title, and the title says that your struggle with sin is a good thing, right? So many of you probably are wondering, what am I talking about when I say that? But what I'm talking about is not the sin, right? Not the sin, but the struggle with the sin is a good thing. Because we know that sin is not pleasing to God. So, we already know that, right? As Christians, we know that sin is not pleasing to God. But I'm talking about the struggle here. The struggle. And what I mean the struggle, what is that thing that you continue to do that you don't want to do, but you find yourself doing it, right? And what is that thing that you do want to do, but you don't do it? And you find yourself not doing it, right? And so when I say the struggle of sin, I'm talking about there's something inside of us, you guys, right? There's something inside of us, and it's faith. It's faith. There's something that whatever your struggle is, I don't care if it's, let's just say, masturbation or alcohol or drugs or homosexuality, or if it's cigarettes, lust, or I don't know, whatever your thing is, or whatever your thing may be, or whatever that struggle is in your life, right? It could be an anger issue. I don't know what your thing is, but whatever it is, nobody got their lives all the way together, right? We all are going to struggle, but there's something inside of us that is like, maybe one day, hopefully, like maybe I can overcome this thing. I just believe that one day this struggle is going to be over. Like, I'm just believing God to deliver me. I'm just believing that I can overcome this thing. So it's kind of like the struggle is a good thing because it shows that you have active faith, right? It shows that you have active faith and you are believing God to be free or for him to make your situation better one day. Right? You see what I'm saying? So once the struggle stops, it's like you have little to no faith. Like you just accept it and you just believe that this is always how it's going to be, and you just give up, right? But as long as you're struggling, there's something inside of you that has hope, right? The Bible said that Paul said that Jesus is our hope, right? But faith is the substance of things hoped for. Right. So what are you hoping one day God will deliver you from that thing? I'm just saying there's something inside of you that's believing that my struggle is going to be over one day. Oh my God. Right? There's something inside that's believing that. Right? Which only shows that your faith is active. Right? It only shows that your faith is active. And you believe that God will bring you through whatever it is that you're going through, right? It just shows that your faith is active, right? But again, like I said, substance of things hoped for. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. So I'm hoping on something that I have not seen yet, right? The substance of things hoped for, but it's the evidence of the thing that I cannot see, which is your freedom, right? It has not been done yet. I have not seen the result. I have not seen the end result, but there's hope in me that is believing for the end result of deliverance. Oh my God. Are y'all catching this right here? Right? So being that faith is the substance of things hoped for, Paul said Jesus is our hope, but then it's impossible to please God without faith. So faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? The evidence of things not seen. So I have not yet attained the goal, which is to be free, right? But there's something inside. I still hope. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to break it down a little bit because it's a very powerful revelation that I just got the other day, And again, I know that's what made you click on this video, because you wonder, how can the struggle be a good thing, right? You wonder, how can a struggle be a good thing? And I was like, Lord, I don't really, I didn't quite get the whole message of what he was trying to say, but it's kind of like, you can I'm trying to say this, you guys. You could struggle with something. You could struggle with something. But you don't have to practice it, right? Like if it's a sin that you're struggling with, you don't have to practice the sin, right? Let me be honest with you guys. There's probably things that we're probably going to struggle with for the rest of our lives, right? That we'll just have to wait until we in heaven to get free from certain things, right? But we don't have to practice, the sin or whatever it is. But I believe the struggle shows us that we have need of a savior, right? It just shows us that we have dependency on him. God knew every mistake that we would ever make, right? He still created you, right? And he already knew every struggle that you would have. He knew every struggle that you would have, right? So it's kind of like, keep struggling. I know it sounds crazy, but keep on struggling. Keep on struggling. Oh, yes. Because it just shows faith. It's a sign of faith. I'll give an example because when I was on drugs really bad, I just never saw a way out. Like, okay, I'm going to die doing drugs. Like, I never, ever saw a way out of that. Like, I just thought, okay, this is just the way my life is going to. So I gave up any type of hope of ever being free from it. You see what I'm saying? But as long as I'm struggling, I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to do this. Like, it's something in me. I'm still doing it, but I don't want to do this. I'm tired of this behavior. You see what I'm saying? So there's a hope in me that's maybe, hopefully one day, Kayada Bashandia, that my freedom is going to come, right? But once you give up hope, it's like you defeat it, right? It's like you've already been defeated, right? So when I say the struggle is good, I'm talking about there's something in us that is, it just believes that one day, one day. See, the struggle is real, you guys. The struggle is real, but the struggle is not in vain. It is not in vain. It is not in vain, right? The struggle is not in vain. So continue to struggle. Continue to struggle. I'm not saying go out here and, commit sin and he said struggle with sin. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is the struggle is good. And, God gave me the ministry and the name of it is called Get Right with God. And, when I first got it some years ago, I was like, Lord, what do you mean? Like, why this name, right? And he was just saying how everybody's trying to get right with me, right? And he said, meaning that nobody has their lives all the way together. I don't care who you are. You have something that you're needing the Lord to do for you. There's some type of struggle somehow in your life because he has to leave something there, because the moment he takes everything, every burden, everything that you would pray to him about, what's going to happen is you're going to believe that you don't need God. Pride is going to kick in, and then you see what I'm saying? And then you're going to leave him, or you're not going to have anything to get on your knees to pray to him about. So there's always going to be something there, right? But again, if you say you don't have any struggle with anything or anything you need to improve in your life that only God can help you with, I highly doubt that. I believe that everybody has something, you guys, that we're struggling with, that we're believing the Lord to do for us, right? Because the struggle is going to keep us on our knees, to be honest, right? The struggle is going to keep us on our knees, right? So just continue to struggle. I know that sounds crazy, but, I got struggles. I know everybody got a struggle, right? It's whatever we're believing God to do for us that we need him to do for us, right? So we all got something, you guys. But like I said, just because you're struggling with a sin, you don't have to practice it, right? You don't have to practice it. You don't have to practice it because, let me say this, many times our goal is to not sin. Like, that's what we're looking for, is to not sin. Like, that's what the goal of our lives are. Sometimes we look at the sin and say, everything I do, I'm going to try not to sin, but that's not it. You just keep your eyes focused on him. And when you keep your eyes focused on him, you won't even want to sin, right? But you got your priority wrong, right? Your whole life is surrounded by fighting against this sin. You see what I'm saying? But if you just put your eyes on Jesus and leave your eyes on him, live righteously, but it's only going to happen through him, right? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, change the priority. Just focus on God. Focus on Jesus, because when you do that, you're not going to want to sin. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, not saying you won't struggle, but you won't sin, right? You won't sin, but you might struggle, right? But you won't sin. So, like I say, continue to struggle. Continue to struggle, right? Continue to struggle, right? So just don't give up hope, you know. There is a day to your deliverance, you know. I just believe that everything has an expiration date, right? I don't believe nothing is going to last forever, right? Everything has an expiration date, including that situation that you're in, right? So, you know, continue to struggle, continue to believe God to get you free, right? Continue to just have hope, you know, that one day, oh yes, my situation is going to end. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I am Jamar Grimsley. This is Get Right with God. I pray that this message truly blessed somebody, because when I got the revelation of it, it blessed me now. It really did. I never looked at it like that. You see what I'm saying? So this is a revelation. I was saying in another video how when God reveals something to you, not to ignore it, you know. So it's just a powerful revelation, you know. Some people may not agree, but I understand it, right? I understand it. So, yeah, continue to struggle. God bless.